Body recomposition. Is it possible to gain muscle as you're losing fat, like Nicole, Dana, Jenna, and Melissa? It's time to bust the myth that you have to do crazy low-calorie diets or spend hours upon hours in the gym every day to make a body recomposition. In this video, I'm gonna share with you what in the world is a body recomposition, 5 common misconceptions that women have about body recomposition, and then my 4 strategies that you can start implementing now to work on your own body recomp. Make sure you stick around to the end because I'm gonna take you through how long a body recomposition should usually last. Like, how long should this take you? Okay, let's dive right in. So what is a body recomposition? When we're talking about body recomps, we're talking about a ratio. That's the ratio of fat to muscle in your body. When you adjust these ratios, your body's going to look different. So higher levels of fat, lower levels of muscle, you're gonna look softer, fluffier, right? Higher levels of muscle, lower levels of body fat, it's gonna be more of that lean, defined fitness model type look. So if you're looking at my FITBODY magazine cover models, so women on the magazine have higher muscle mass and lower body fat. And that's kind of what we're going for. If you have more body fat, you're gonna have more of that kind of fluffier, softer look when you have like the same lean mass. But if we can increase your lean mass and we can bring down your body fat, the scale might not change much, but the look overall is what's going to change. And the body recomposition, that's what we're trying to do. Change your overall look so that you do have more muscle visible. Okay, so 5 misconceptions. The first misconception is that strength training is going to make you bulky. So strength training is at the core of body recomposition. You cannot do a body recomposition if you're not lifting heavy things. You just can't. So we're gaining muscle and we have to have resistance to do that. A lot of women are concerned that as soon as they start lifting, they're gonna get big and bulky and look like a bodybuilder. That's not gonna happen. Our testosterone levels don't support that. We're not gonna get big and bulky as soon as you add in strength training. It's going to help you gain muscle, but that's what we're trying to do, right? We're trying to adjust the ratios. More muscle, tighter and more defined. So that's myth number 1, that you're not gonna get huge and bulky the moment you start strength training. Body recomposition myth number 2. As you get older, it becomes impossible to add muscle. Women over 40 and in our 50s, I hear women talk about it all the time of like, my hormones are too far gone, I can't add muscle. That's not true. So of course, shifting hormones can make it more challenging to add lean muscle. And I definitely feel that. I am turning 50 this year and hormones are changing for sure, but it's still possible. You have to have the right training and the right nutrition, and you have to be really consistent with it. But over time, you actually can add muscle to your frame. The beautiful part about that is as you increase your lean mass, not only will your body change, your metabolism will change, and you're gonna be burning more calories all of the time. Make sure you check out my video about staying and getting fit over 40 in the notes below. Body recomposition myth number 3. You have to constantly be changing your workouts in order to do a body recomp. When a woman comes to me who has changed up, she's tried everything, right? She has been changing up the training she's been doing almost weekly. So one week she's in CrossFit, another she's doing Orange Theory, maybe next week she's just gonna run. Trying all of these different things, it's great to have a variety of exercise, and I would never knock anybody for exercising, but you have to be consistent with strength training over time to make a body recomposition. When I create a training program for a client, I put together a workout that stays consistent for about 4 weeks. And that's a good amount of time where you can kind of get into it. You can be using that progressive overload with your strength training and increasing weight over time. Consistency really is key as you're trying to make your body recomp. So have some variety, have fun with your workouts, throw in occasionally that TikTok workout or that Instagram workout that you want to give it a try. But at the end of the day, you have to have a really structured program that is specific for your body. And don't deviate from that just because you get a week in and you're like, oh, I didn't lose weight, I need to change things up. You don't want to change things up that often. You have to keep it consistent, keep showing up for yourself. One of my favorite lines is that this is more like a crock pot than a microwave. So sticking with a plan is what's going to get you there with body recomposition. Body recomposition myth number 4, underestimating the importance of diet and nutrition. Of course, strength training is critical when you're trying to do this body recomp, and I've talked a lot about that already. But nutrition is equally important, and so many women will put all of their emphasis on working out and then not eat well. They'll eat crappy or they'll undereat. I hear women eating 1,000 calories a day or 1,200 calories a day. If you're doing that, you are not going to make a body recomp. You might lose fat, but you're not going to gain any muscle. So you have to have this balance where you're getting enough protein and you're really eating healthy and a good breakdown of carbs, proteins, and fats every single day to really make a meaningful body recomposition over time. That brings me to my 5th point. So the 5th myth that I hear frequently when women are looking to do a body recomposition is that they're overestimating the importance of cardio. So strength training, nutrition, cardio, those are kind of components of this healthy lifestyle, of this balanced workout plan. And you need cardio, don't get me wrong. I want to make sure we have cardio, but I very much look at cardio as the icing on the cake. That is our 3rd line of defense. And we'll do cardio for heart health. We'll make sure that we're maintaining your endurance overall and your energy. Overdoing cardio can actually negatively impact your body composition efforts. So make sure that you're not overdoing cardio when you're really looking to add muscle and lose body fat. Okay, that brings me to the most important part of this. I really want to help you understand the steps that you need to personally take, your action steps to making your own body recomposition. So what are the action steps you can start taking today to make your own body recomposition? So the first thing to do is include strength training. I've talked a bit about this already, but strength training with progressive overload, where you're lifting as heavy as you safely can, is going to make a huge difference in your body recomp efforts. We're looking to gain muscle, and the way you do that, the number 1 principle, is that you're strength training with that progressive overload. So we're going to be increasing your volume. We're going to increase the intensity. I really want you pushing within your safe limits, of course, when you're lifting weights. And I don't want women over 40 to be afraid of lifting weights. That's what's going to help really change your body. So being consistent with training and lifting heavy, that's the first step if you want to make a body recomposition. Step number 2 is eating enough protein. Now that you're lifting heavy things, you have to make sure that you've got the building blocks with your nutrition, with your diet, to be able to add that muscle. Protein is going to make a huge difference. I recommend getting 30-35% of your diet from protein sources. So we're talking about lean protein. These are things like chicken breast, egg whites, turkey, dairy, Greek yogurt. High quality protein is going to make a big difference in your diet. Now, I love a protein powder called Ultimate Muscle Protein. So this is my ump. I eat it every day, but including a supplement, including protein powder like Beverly International Ump makes a difference, because not only does it taste great, it's a quick and easy way to up your protein. And I want you including protein with every single meal, not just occasionally. So getting 20 to 30 grams of protein in with your meals is going to help you hit that 30% protein in your macronutrient breakdown. The 3rd step in your body recomposition efforts is cardio, actually. So I want you to include some cardio, but here's the deal. We're going to do cardio in 2 ways. The first way is general activity every day. I want you walking as much as possible. Hit at least 10,000 steps, or the equivalent if you're not doing step kind of movements, every single day. That's going to increase your metabolism. It's going to help you just be burning more calories throughout the day and keeping your body active. So that kind of low intensity, steady state, we don't go crazy with it, but you have to be moving every single day. The women that I see who have the fitness model look are ones that are getting in tons of steps every day. They just don't sit around that much. So work on getting steps in. Second, when you're doing cardio, we're gonna do short burst HIIT intervals. So 2 to 3 times a week, I want you including, say, 15 to 20 minutes of all-out intense cardio, being careful with your body, of course, watching knees, things like that. But when you're doing cardio, get your heart rate up and alternate between high and low intensities so that you really are focused and intense with your cardio. And the fourth thing that you can do right now if you're trying to do a body recomposition is focus on recovery. Bunch of ways we can do recovery, but things like taking a rest day when your body needs. You do not need to work out every single day to do an effective body recomp. In fact, if you take those rest days, you're going to have better results and you're going to be able to push harder when it is time to lift again. So if you really want to boost your recovery, adding in a supplement like Glutamine Select that's going to really help your body with recovery, there's 2 in particular. There's 2 supplements that I use every single day that help me a lot with recovery, and that is Glutamine Select and ZMA. So that's a zinc magnesium blend that I take before bed every night. So that not only does that help your body with recovery, it helps with sleep, which are so interconnected. Okay, so those are my top 4 action steps you can start doing right now to work on your body recomp, where you are adding muscle and losing body fat. So that's strength training. It is including enough protein in your diet, doing the right kind of cardio, and focusing on recovery, both supplementation, sleep, and recovery days. Okay, so how long is this whole thing gonna take? What can you really expect? It really varies from person to person, of course. So the amount of time that it's going to take you personally to do a body recomp is going to depend on things like your current conditioning. If you're brand new to exercise, you're going to make changes pretty quickly. So that's exciting. Or if you've been doing the same things over and over and you get into a really good habit where you're pushing hard with your strength training now, you can see you might almost be in that newbie category where your body's going to respond well to it. So what I look for, what I tend to see with women over 40 as they're getting into strength training, in the first few weeks, so say in the first 4 to 6 weeks, I'm looking for things like your energy increasing. Maybe your clothes are starting to fit a little bit better. You're feeling more comfortable with the exercises overall. You're not going to see huge changes. It takes time. It's this whole, it's going to be more like a crock pot than a microwave. Consistency over time. So within the first few weeks, I'm looking for those energy and clothing starting to fit a little bit different. By the time you get to that 2 months, 3 months, that's when you're really going to start to notice differences. So you're gonna look in the mirror and you'll be like, oh man, look at my arms, or your abs are gonna start coming in a little more, your shoulders are gonna get more round. That's in that 2 to 3 month range. By 4 to 6 months, you can really make significant changes to your body. And within a year, that's when you start to see significant muscle increases where you are getting the kind of definition that a fitness model has and adjusting, getting your body composition into that more muscle, less body fat. So this is a process for sure. It's gonna take time and a lot of effort, but it is so worth it and you're gonna feel amazing in the end. All right, well, thank you so much for joining me for this episode. I hope that was really helpful. If this video has been helpful for you, please hit the like button. And I would love to hear your comments. What's been your experience with your body recomp? Have there been challenges that you've faced? I would love to hear where you're at in this process. Hope I have given you some action steps that you can start taking today to make your own body recomp. If you need more help or are looking for custom programs created specifically for your goals and for your body, I would be happy to help you. I do online fitness and nutrition coaching specifically with women, and you can head over to my site at julielohre.com or check down in the show notes to find out more.